Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy last workout of this bodybuilding programming. I hope you have enjoyed all of the workouts that we've given you, and I hope you found some benefit in them during this quarantine time. So today I'm going to go through the last lower body workout with you for this week. So our warm-up is the same as Tuesdays. We have hip openers, straight leg kicks, body weight squats, 2 squat pulses, alternating lunges, and high knees, and we're going to go through 3 rounds of each. Then we're going to go on to our first exercise, which is a sumo squat for 4 sets of 20. So for the sumo squat, we want to get into this wider stance with our feet pointed out, and we could have a weight here, squat down and come back up. From the side, you want to keep your back and your chest up. We don't want to be bending over. We want our back to stay nice and tall and trying to get to parallel with our knees and then stand back up. We're going to do 4 sets of 20 for that. You can do a body weight or add a weight. Again, it doesn't have to be a dumbbell. It could be water bottles, textbook, bag, whatever you have available to you. Then we're going to go into our hamstring slides. I showed you these a few weeks ago. We did alternating ones, I think last week or the week before. So for these, if you don't have paper plates to help you slide, we can do hamstring walkouts. And so what that's gonna look like is, turn this down a little bit. You're gonna come down into that bridge position. I'll show you the walkouts first, since I think I've shown you with the plates before. But so you're gonna come up into this bridge position and you're gonna walk your legs out to straight, keeping your hips up the whole time, and then walk them back in. That's if you don't have anything to slide on. So you have the paper plates, you can do them on a carpet sliding surface. If you don't have them, you can try wearing like more slippery socks on a hardwood or tile surface, or you can do the walks that I just showed you. And I'll show you from the side with the plates what that looks like. Let me move over here. You're going to come up into the bridge, slide out, keeping your hips up, slide in, or you could slide out, lower your hips to the ground, and reset. So resetting makes it a little bit easier. The motion of bringing your legs back in puts a lot of stress on your hamstrings. And it's rather difficult. So since we're doing 4 sets of 15 reps, you might want to start with the reset. And once that becomes easier, you can try and progress to just sliding them back in while keeping your hips up. Same thing for walking it out. If you're going to walk out to straight, you can lower your hips down and reset at the top. Okay, so that's our hamstring slides. After that, we have a superset with straight leg donkey kicks and side lying straight leg raise. 3 sets of 20 on each leg. So for the straight leg donkey kicks, you're gonna come down into that hands and knees or quadruped position. Donkey kick, a typical donkey kick is with your leg bent and you're doing your foot to the sky. So for this one, you're gonna straighten your foot out, squeeze and lift up and slowly lower back down. 20 on one leg, and then you're gonna switch and do 20 on the other. And from the side, it's gonna look like this. Leg straight out, lift, slowly lower. Leg straight out, lift, slowly lower. Okay, so you're gonna superset that with side lying straight leg raises. And so for that, let me do this. How do I wanna do this? Okay. You're gonna lie down on your side. You can have your bottom leg straight or bent. You're gonna focus on this top leg, squeeze, lift, slowly lower back down. Or if your bottom leg's straight, squeeze and lower back down. You really wanna squeeze the outer part of your hip as you lift up, maybe hold for 1 or 2 seconds at the top and slowly lower back down. You also want to make sure your hips are stacked on top of each other. You don't want them to open up because then you're not going to be feeling it as much in that leg. So 20 donkey kicks on each side, straight leg, 20 straight leg leg raises on each side for 3 sets. And then we're gonna go on to our elevated glute bridge. And so for that, you wanna grab a step stool or bench or anything that you have to use as an elevated surface. You're gonna place your feet on that surface, lie down, bridge up, and slowly lower back down. Up, and slowly lower back down. To make that easier, just don't use the elevated surface and do regular bridges. Okay, and for that, we're going to be doing, I believe it is 3 sets of 20. Yeah, 3 sets of 20, and then for our last exercise, we have skaters for 7 rounds of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest. So for skaters, I'm gonna move back a little bit so you can hopefully see me. There's a lot of different variations for skaters, so I'm gonna show you a few of them, and you can decide how you wanna do it. So, one variation is back foot touches the ground or it doesn't touch the ground. So, for touching the ground with your back foot, it would look like this. Not touching would look like this. Just keeping it hovering over the ground. And so that's one version. Another version is your hands can touch the ground or you can stay upright. And so for that, if let's say you didn't want to touch the ground with your back leg, you can kind of like focus on doing bigger hops. So it's kind of like a lateral hop. And you can also add an extra hop in there if you really want to focus on kind of like the balance component of it. Do a really big hop, hop up, big hop, hop up. And that just puts more emphasis on your legs because you're doing like a single leg stance versus when your leg is touching the ground, it provides a little bit more support and you don't have to balance as much. So those are a few ways that you can do your skaters. Hands touching the ground, hands not touching the ground. If the hopping and the jumping is too much, you can just do curtsy lunges. So those, if you forgot, look like this. Similar motion as a skater, just not a lot of hopping and bouncing around. So that is your workout for today. I hope you enjoy, have a good workout, and have a great weekend. Thanks, guys.